Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Double Dose of College Basketball. Colorado Springs. I'm George Holden. Welcome. Your voice from Outline Basketball, joined by, always this season, Holly Stevenson, our color commentator /coach/talk. Last night, in case you didn't get a chance to see, last night Chadron State was in town. These Lady Mountain Lions put up a valiant fight.
Very strong fight. Yeah, it was a heartbreaker last night.
78-74, as you know, playing. Those are the kind that get away from you and you wish you could have them back. The sun goes down at night, comes back up in the morning. Talking to Lynn Plett after the game last night. He said last night he was pointing at a piece of paper, Holly, and he said, free throws. We didn't hit free throws. We talked about that I don't know how many times, how important that is. This is a team tonight coming in, UCCS now, 4-14, 3-9 in the RMAC, taking on Metro State from Denver, the Roadrunners. They're 7-11, 6-6 in the RMAC. So, again, another opportunity for these Mountain Lions to try to prove themselves with another team almost equal in record, but you look at MSU, they're in the middle of the pack in the RMAC right now, but this Mountain Lion team can play with anybody. What's it going to take for them tonight to get rid of last night and try to take another step forward?
Intensity. I think intensity and making sure that they don't make the mental errors that we saw them make throughout the game last night, and most importantly in the last few minutes of the game. They just need to come out strong and hard and play their brand of basketball, because we've seen them play up to the level that they're capable of.
Correct. Yep. And that's going to be, it's all heart and fire, skill and will. We talk about that stuff. We've got a lot of, and again, with this team for UCCS, for these Mountain Lions, in case you're just joining us, very young, very talented. 5 freshmen on this team all have gotten valuable playing minutes. They're going to be dynamite. But I talked to Coach Lynn Plett after the game last night. I said, these are the kind of games, Coach, a year or two down the road, we're going to be talking about you guys being on the other end of it and pulling these games out. And he goes, that's what we'd like to see.
That's the goal, right?
And you've got to be patient, right? When you've got younger players, you've got to get through that.
Right. It's all about developing the team and then looking at long-term goals as well as the short-term game goals in the present.
Yep. Well said. We'll get to the starting lineups in just a second. The officials for tonight's game: Chuck Goenvo, Craig Erdman, and Jeff Gatto. First game of a doubleheader. Men's game right after at 7:30. And we're off and running at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. Glad you could join us. The visitors in MSU in their navy blue, white, and red trim. The home team, the Mountain Lions, gold with black and white trim. We'll get to the starting lineups in just a moment. Opening seconds of the first half. NCAA Division II hoops. Shot up, and the first whistle and foul of the game, and it's going to go on the Mountain Lions. The starting 5 for the visitors, the Roadrunners of Metro State. Number 21, Bree Wellington. Number 32, Leah Harvey. Number 4, Maggie Justinak. Number 11, Jaden Galloway. And number 22, Mariah Schroeder. First one up by Harvey, no good.
And MSU is a pretty good free throw shooting team all around, shooting 72.6% for this season right now as a team as a whole. So this is going to be another team that the Mountain Lions are going to have to be careful on fouling, because a majority of their players will hit at the line.
Yep, well said. Starting 5 for the Mountain Lions: number 5, Desiree Pearson. Number 14, Ellie Moore. Number 21, Maddie Gabler. Number 22, Kaylee Bernard. And number 23, the junior, Abby Fikert. Gabler with the ball. That's her spot right there. Bounces off the back of the rim. Fikert ripping the ball down.
And it looks like they're only calling a jump ball there, no foul.
Yep. As we said, the Mountain Lions, they're coached by Lynn Plett and Tanya Javi, the head coach for Metro State. Shot up off the glass and good. A chance for a three-point play.
Three-point play. First points of the game done by Ellie Moore. A strong freshman for the Mountain Lions team. Has stepped up in a really big way in just the last few games alone.
6 feet out of Phoenix, Arizona. Ellie Moore has been a factor. Young player, talented. And this time as a freshman getting these minutes is going to pay dividends down the road. Here comes Metro State. She misses the free throw, but it's 2-0. Mountain Lions shot up. Oh! Impressive. Metro State with an answer at the other end of the floor. Pass inside, knocked away, turnover. And that's Harvey that comes up with it. She's 6'1" out of West Jordan, Utah.
Mountain Lions are going to have to play smarter offense if they're going to stay in this game. They can't make silly passes like that, and they need to get back into the penetration and kick game that we've seen them play in the last couple of weekends.
Yep. And thank you for being with us and bearing with us last night with the audio technical difficulties. Holly and I can actually hear each other, which it's very nice. So great job to the tech people and the media folks here at UCCS. On camera down here on the sidelines with us is Andrew is running the camera. So what you're seeing a lot of times is what Andrew's seeing. You're looking through his eyes. 8:41, clock stops. Metro State will inbound. All the way back to the top, and that's Jayla Richardson. Shot clock at 14. Whistle. Goes against Metro State. Mountain Lion ball.
Mountain Lions playing with their signature defense that we've seen them play all season, very strong. That helps get the opponents frustrated and get silly offensive fouls like that, which as long as they can take advantage of these opportunities that they create, they will have a very strong, good game tonight.
I would agree. Mountain Lions back down the floor. We're knotted at 2 apiece. Just under 8.5 minutes to play in the first half at the Lions' Den.
Rotation looking a lot better than just in the first few minutes of the game.
Yep. Good, quick, snappy passes.
Good cut.
Up. Oh, what a finish! Ellie Moore, the freshman, banks it. And she's got the first 4 points of the game for UCCS.
Her team. Absolutely.
With the ball now, number 4, that's Justinak out of Rock Springs, Wyoming. Feeds inside, and the finish.
What a take.
Bree Wellington from Fresno, California. Remembered watching her last year. Good player.
Wellington right now for the MSU Denver is the top scorer, averaging 10.5 points a game. So she's going to be someone that the Mountain Lions are really going to have to shut down inside the paint there.
Back up top, Gabler. They need her to come up big tonight. Moore back up top to Kaylee Bernard.
Great ball movement. What a take.
With the left, it rebounded by Gabler. Knocked away. They're fighting for it underneath. And coming down with it is Richardson. Here comes the Roadrunners. Drives inside with the shoulder. Got it! With the finish. And that's Mariah Schrader, the 5'7" junior guard. So Metro State, they take the lead, 6-4. Kaylee Bernard, back up top. Fikert thought about it. She had some big threes in the first half last night.
She did.
Desiree Pearson, nice
and
pass
wide open underneath.
Finish. Abby Fikert.
Good
Desiree
look.
Pearson, good court vision.
Yes, I was going to say, way to be aware of her teammates on the offensive end.
Here comes that defense, Mountain Lions. All by herself.
Wide open.
Shooter, in and out. Rebound by Richardson. Back
no
up
box
top.
out right there. That's good. These second chance shots we saw last night really hurt the Mountain Lions and keeping the Chadron State Eagles inside the game. So they're really going to have to work on their box out game tonight.
Yep. Rebounding, it sounds simple and basic, but you've got to have it to win games. Ellie Moore underneath. Tried the left-handed shot. Tatum Talene will check in for UCCS. And also Madison Lord shortly. Up. Foul, and she'll go to the line, and that's going to be Wellington.
MSU Denver is a big driving team, as we've seen in just the first 4 minutes of this half, or this quarter. So the Mountain Lions are going to have to help out a little bit more with each other on defense to prevent those takes to the paint in the basket and keep them out from the paint to prevent these easy shots right here.
Well said, Coach Holly. Shot up by Wellington. Like you said, free throws in close games, you've got to be able to keep pace and put yourself in a good spot at the end of the game to win it.
Good rebound by Lord.
Talene up to Fikert. Fikert on the left wing. Looks inside, not there. Quick snappy pass out to Pearson. Good ball movement.
Great ball movement, yeah.
Confident ball movement. Oh. Pearson tried to get it inside the Lord. But I like their mindset, Colin.
Right.
Try to feed it, try to get it inside.
I feel like they're playing much more aggressively tonight, especially at the start of the quarter, than we saw them play last night.
Yep. A lot of attitude and heart. They've played good defense throughout the season. It's just a lot of times they either take bad shots or can't get shots to fall.
Right, absolutely.
Fikert, nope. Back up top, Talene. Talene taking a long shot.
At the point.
Off the rim. Rebound. And it's snatched away by Morgan Lewis. She's out of Pagosa Springs, Colorado. They'll work it around. Madison Lord and Talene, that's a pretty good combo inside. Shot, fought for it, and Richardson will get it.
3 bodies underneath there.
In, out, Pearson there. Here comes the Mountain Lions. They want to run. Down the floor, Pearson. Up to Bernard, inside the Lord. Just a little too much for her, and goes off the fingertips on her left hand. But again, good mindset. We like where they're going with the ball. It's a matter of getting everything in sync, right?
Right, absolutely. Just a little bit better precision, but overall the mindset of their game has been much more fast-paced and exciting to watch than the start of last night's game.
So here we go. Pass all the way across to Wellington. 19 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Roadrunners. On the left wing. Inside, and in the game now, that's McKenna Baker for UCCS and knocks it away. She's fun to watch. Drives inside. Richardson. She put off the glass. Got it. Gets the shot.
Denver.
2-point lead, Roadrunners. Desiree Pearson, the freshman, brings it down the floor. Back to Baker. It's a freshman backcourt. Neither one of them afraid to take shots either, Holly.
Absolutely not, and they're great on the clutch as well.
Baker with the travel. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. Rapidly moving first quarter. 4:35 left to go here at Gallogly Event Center. Right now, the visitor, Metro State, they lead by 3, 9-6. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. It's NCAA Division II hoops and the RMAC. We'll be back. Welcome back to Gallogly Event Center. Just under 4.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Glad you could join us for college basketball in Southern Colorado. Pass knocked away, retained by the Roadrunners. They'll start over. They've done a good job so far, Holly, rebounding. I think that's the big thing we talked about. UCCS has got to find a way to win those battles in the paint.
Absolutely. And MSU Denver is a very patient team on the offensive end. They're going to wait for their plays, and they're not going to force any unnecessary shots, taking a lot of drives to the basket.
Shot. Oh, it should have gone, but a good, the putback was there, but Madison Lord snatches the rebound for the Mountain Lions. That's what they need. Desiree Pearson brings it down the floor.
Got a couple of lucky breaks there on the defensive end, so now hopefully the Mountain Lions will be able to make something happen on the offensive end.
Yep. Talene, she got denied
and a
by
good block.
Good defensive play.
Yeah, good help. All by themselves down there.
Wellington gets the pass, ducks underneath in the paint, and puts it off the glass. Right now in the RMAC, there's 16 universities, and MSU falls right in the middle. They're 8th right now.
Right in the middle, but a very, very strong team. Nice take by Talene.
Good answer. The other score by Tatum Talene. Now she'll go to the line. And again, we come back to free throws. Take advantage of this opportunity and make it count.
Absolutely. And right now, the Mountain Lions are shooting are 0 for 1 with only just a couple of opportunities there. So hopefully we'll turn that around.
Grapevine, Texas, 5'8", junior guard. Shot off, but Madison Lord with the rebound. Great recovery.
Good hustle, yeah.
McKenna Baker on the right wing. Nope, nothing there. She's a good ball handler. Drives it. Oh, nice pass back out. Bernard, that's going to be short. And snatched by Lewis for Metro State.
Denver is doing a really good job at cutting off the bigs underneath to prevent anything from happening under there.
Rebound, McKenna Baker. Mountain Lions are trying to get that up-tempo game. We talked about that last night. Baker, pass to Lord underneath, had it, back up top. Katie Hobass, the freshman.
What a take, and in.
And Katie Hobass, the freshman, taking it to the bucket with authority.
Again.
That's confidence.
I was going to say, again, strong, confident freshman team that we have here.
Oh, nice pass, got knocked away. McKenna Baker cut that off. It was open. That window was there for a split second, and she knocks it away.
It's too slow. Both of these teams are evenly matched tonight. As we were kind of discussing before, Denver is shooting 44.4% from the field, and UCCS just 42.9. And I have a feeling that that's going to last all game. It's going to be evenly matching, really come down to small things that we always discuss, free throws and rebounds.
Right, and it seems like it's over and over, but it's real, right?
Absolutely. These things, they teach you as the fundamentals of basketball for a reason.
Use them, right?
Absolutely.
Pull-up jumper. Rebound, Chelsea Pearson in the game now, number 3. And she's getting the push down the floor. Talene on the right wing, back to Pearson. Ellie Moore.
Working really, really hard underneath to get that opening.
A lot of movement. Talene tries to drive inside, shot up, in and out.
Robbed from that shot.
That looked like it was going to go.
I thought so too.
And that's Galloway bringing it down the floor for Metro State. Kicks it back up. Long 3.
Wide
Metro.
open.
In, out. Knocked away.
We're seeing a really, really good hustle by Ellie Moore just to get both the offensive and defensive board. She's not giving up on the ball that easily.
Nope. Back up top. And that's Katia with the ball.
And a block by Moore.
Ellie Moore. She is just getting better and better every game. That's the goal, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. She's averaging at least 1 block a game right now.
So she's able to go out and prove it. Kenna Baker, she'll hand it off to Chelsea Pearson for 3.
There we go.
Pearson busts a 3, and UCCS regains the lead.
Assist by
They needed that. All the way across court pass. Good. Inside.
And McKenna
Baker
coming
with
from
the steal.
behind.
And now, Metro State gets it back.
Good hustle by 22 to stick with that and not give up on it.
Good follow through. Maggie Justinak out of Rock Springs, Wyoming, finishes that off and gets the bucket. We're tied at 13. 48 seconds and counting in the first quarter.
Ooh,
pass underneath.
what a good
Talene,
pass.
too much. And a whistle and a foul.
Ellie Moore does a really good job at that backdoor bounce pass.
That's
really good. She looks for it every single time, and almost every time she's able to get it to the person.
right, if it works.
Right. Absolutely.
And it looks, and I like the fact on the defensive side, the Mountain Lions tonight, their hands. Mm-hmm. There's hands everywhere.
Yeah.
Knock the ball free, whatever they've got to do.
There's
That's
a lot.
Good attitude.
Absolutely. There's a lot more anticipation of the offense from the opposing offensive end. That's what I'm trying to say. And so they're playing with a lot more energy tonight.
Yep. Talene will hit the free throw, come out. Maddie Gabler will check in for her. 45.3 seconds left in the first quarter. We thought that we had a fun night of basketball last night. It looks like we're going to get a double dose tonight.
Absolutely.
So they're smothering on defense right now. Under 30
Very
seconds.
strong. Ellie Moore playing strong, suffocating defense underneath there.
Shot clock at 9.
And good help by Gabler to get that block.
Here comes Gabler down the floor. Chelsea Pearson on the left wing. They're going to need to be wise here. Back to Gabler.
Mm-hmm.
Game clock at 12. At 7. Gabler to Ellie Moore.
5 seconds.
Back to Gabler. Gabler
with the
sets
3.
up.
Go!
Maddie Gabler!
And that will end the first quarter.
And that was an exclamation point shot for the Mountain Lions to end the first quarter. We're one and done in Colorado Springs. And right now the home team, they lead 18-13 over Metro State. This is going to be a lot of fun and entertaining game. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. We'll take a break. Come back. We'll set the table for second quarter action. It's the NCAA Division II basketball. So here we go, getting set for second quarter action at the Lions Den. It's the Roadrunners and the Mountain Lions. Roadrunners would like to run away with it. The Mountain Lions would like to stalk their prey, and that's what they've done in that first quarter, and they need 3 more quarters of that. George Holden with Holly Stevenson. Metro State
Great
drives
help
inside.
again.
Scrappy defense by the Mountain Lions and a jump ball. And it'll go Mountain Lion way.
It's definitely looking like the Mountain Lions have shaken off last night's loss and are playing with at least a chip on their shoulder.
Yep. Lynn Plitt said last night, I asked him, what do you say to teams after losses, whether it's a blowout like this? I find the less you say, a lot of times, the better. Shot up off the back of the rim. And the one thing he said he did stress was free throws. Well, other facets of their game tonight, they brought their A game.
Absolutely. They're definitely playing stronger defense and just better offense all around.
So Metro State up, rebound. Gabler up to Pearson. Here come the Mountain Lions. They would love to do some run and gun.
What
Pearson,
a take.
Rebound,
And
Moore is there. McKenna Baker drives inside. Baker, nope, not there. Rebound.
Denver is doing a really good job at getting back on defense to stop the fast breaks that the Mountain Lions are trying so hard to accomplish.
That's a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go against number 15, Katie Hovass, the freshman for UCCS. Her first foul.
Team foul.
Tanya Javi, the head coach for Metro State, and she used to be involved with a program called the Tennessee Volunteers Women's Basketball Program. If you follow basketball, they had a legendary coach by the name of Pat Summit.
Yep.
She was involved with her, and only good things can happen when you're involved with a program like that. Right?
Absolutely. When I was talking to Janae, the grad assistant coach here for UCCS, and who also played for MSU Denver just last year, she said that her coach would always reference Pat Summit all the time. So she feels like by surrogate was coached by Pat Summit. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the good ones do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whistle. Right now, it's still a 5-point advantage for the Mountain Lions. 8:29 left in this first half to play. Remember, there's a doubleheader. The men's game will be afterwards at 7:30. Metro State, nice pass. Across to Richardson, and a reach-in and a foul.
Gabler lost her man there for just a split second, but that can cost you a huge.
Yep, Maddie Gabler gets called for the foul for the Mountain Lions. Roadrunners looking for help just to inbound it. Gets it up top to Richardson. Shot clock starts at 20.
Didn't seem like anyone really registered that the ball was in play yet.
Offensive foul.
And good job on McKenna Baker for working through that screen too.
Katie Hovass will come out. Desiree Pearson checks back in. And what a great job with head coach Lynn Plitt. He's trading freshman for freshman. These guys, you talk about a team being able to bond, right?
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
They're going to be on the same page, the same brainwave, whatever, getting so used to that, like, I'm going to come in for you, you come in for me, back and forth. What a great way to learn.
Team effort, absolutely. I think the whole program is a huge testament to how well a team sport plays as a team.
Wellington with the steal.
And a great hustle by Gabler.
She's going to foul Wellington. Wellington had the steal. Wellington will go to the line. You know, one of the biggest things, you look at it, Holly, the years you played sports, and I look at it, one of the biggest things when you bring newer players in that don't know each other and have to get to know each other, that I always felt like, was trust. You got to find that bond of trust with everybody to know who does what well, right?
Right,
everybody
absolutely.
Has your strengths and weaknesses. What do you do well? What do I do well? What am I lacking? How do you help fill that?
Right? Absolutely. And another key thing is making sure that the coaches provide an atmosphere where there's not a seniority rules feel to it. Otherwise, there's not going to be any of that cohesiveness on the team.
I agree. Not lines with the ball. Still the lead by 4. Abby Pfeiffer will check back in momentarily for UCCS. Baker with the ball back to Pearson. Pearson tries to drive, kicks it out.
Great drive.
And an offensive foul.
And good on 11 for being there. Good, solid defense by the Denver Roadrunners.
We always talk about on the defensive side, right? Because in the game of basketball, you have to play offense and defense. There's sports where you play one side, right? And it looks like, and I remembered on the defensive side, the basics of playing actual defense, I didn't think were that hard. It was applying it, right? It was applying it.
Right. Everything is simple, but it's just making sure that you're doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing at the same time, which after playing nearly 40 minutes, it can get very, very taxing on the body.
I agree. What's the old saying, the legs feed the wolf?
Right.
I mean, you've got to be able to go. In this case, the legs feed the mountain lion.
That's right.
Roadrunners, long shot, that's off. Good defensive stand by UCCS there.
Good forcing the turnover.
And I think a lot of times playing in basketball, playing defense is pride. It's a lot of pride.
Yep. Also, got to be able to hustle the hardest, want it more.
Yep.
And that shows a lot on the defensive end.
We talk about it a lot. Agile, mobile, hostile on defense. Baker, the steal.
Good anticipation.
Wellington, she'll stop and put it up. So that's 2 steals for Wellington. So they're going to have to keep an eye on that. Baker, she's going to drive. Lost control of it, gets it back all the way to Lord. Back to Pearson on the left wing. Mountain Lions lead's been cut. They only lead by 2. Shot.
Wow.
Now 4. Pearson with a great look. She angled her body to get that shot, and it drops.
Right, and she took an extra second just to get full composure of her body to make sure she wasn't taking an off-balance shot. So that was really great to see.
Yep, and Galloway, she's a great passer. Foul underneath, it'll go against Wellington. And it's pretty obvious MSU is trying to get Wellington the ball underneath, Holly. And she's a good shooter, but she's physical and she can work her way to the basket.
Great. She's not only just a big person to have underneath, but she knows what she's doing when she gets the ball. And she's going to use her physicality and her height to her advantage as well.
Yep. She hits this, she'll cut the deficit to 2. She does.
Wellington is a very strong free throw shooter too, shooting 75% for the season. So someone that the Mountain Lions will want to try to keep off the line.
Fikert wanted to chip. Nice pass inside to Lord. Had the move, just didn't get it to fall.
Good take. Yeah, you just got to execute it a little bit better.
Metro State. And they are
good
a
ball
good
rotation.
Team. Knocked away. Oh, and it goes Mountain Line way. The official said it went off a Roadrunner. It'll go Mountain Line way. Checking in now. There's going to be number 33. That's Gabby Lucero, the 6-foot freshman out of Pueblo South. She's a former Pueblo South Colt. Great history of high school basketball on the girls' side for Pueblo South. Here comes Pearson for UCCS.
And taking it right to the hoop. Are you kidding me?
She said, if you leave me a little bit of daylight, I'm taking it.
Great finger roll. Again, not a typical shot that you'd see of a freshman.
Roadrunners. Oh, knocked away. Good defense, but she'll be called for the foul. And it's going to go on Ellie Moore for the Mountain Lions, the freshman. 5:26 left in the first half. Free throw line. That's Morgan Lewis. Got it. She's a sophomore. 5'10". She's a guard forward. Gets them both. Reichert to Pearson. Up to Kaylee Bernard. Long three
What a
by
big
Reichert.
three.
Whoa! Reichert on fire, pulls the trigger and hits her target. 25-20. That's a good way to slow a team down.
Absolutely, get in their head a little bit.
And a travel on Metro State.
Great defense, forcing turnovers again. Can't say it enough how awesome it has been to watch UCCS play on the defensive end. They're always anticipating something and are helping each other out on the defensive end to prevent easy shots at the layup and hedging screens and fighting through screens. So they're doing an awesome job.
Yep. Kelly Bernard, Ellie Moore. Moore to Fikert. Talene will check in momentarily for UCCS as she talks to Coach Lynn Plett. Bernard inside Madison Lord takes the shot off, knocked away. Metro State will come down. That's Lucera. She'll get the push up to Galloway. Lucero takes a long three.
Whoa,
got it!
Big three by 33.
Wow. Not afraid to pull the trigger. Back to Fikert. 2-point game again. Yep, Bernard thought about it. Nope. Desiree Pearson, that's off. Rebound Lucero. You've got to make sure teammates are under the bucket.
Right, absolutely. I liked how Des did follow her shot to try to get that rebound. She just wasn't able to get there fast enough.
Galloway with the ball. Very confident. Drives inside.
Strong take.
Wow. Lucero there.
No one's boxing
knocked
out.
away by Ellie Moore. Lucero fights, gets it back. That's a kind of two of the freshmen, Ellie Moore and Lucero. That's a nice little battle going on
underneath there.
Those two right now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was a good recovery after letting her just totally get that rebound there. So it's a good thing they were underneath to get that block and force a stop there.
25-20, your Mountain Lions lead. 3:53 left in the first half. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. She's Holly Stevenson, George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball, NCAA Division II hoops right here in Colorado Springs. The RMAC will be back. Welcome back. 25-23 Mountain Lions with a 2-point lead. It's been a hard-fought, evenly played game thus far. 3:52 left in this first half in Colorado Springs. Mountain Lions on the season 4-14, 3-9 in the RMAC, taking on the 7-11, 6-6 in the RMAC Metro State. They'd love to steal a win here tonight. Lost a tough one by 4 last night. Shot off, rebound. Denver, Galloway.
Denver playing solid defense, really making it hard for the Mountain Lions to find good open shots.
It's a good crew, Metro State. You can tell that all the players all on the floor play good defense. They all pass well. They look for the open player.
Right. They're very patient with how they play the game.
Richardson there for the rebound. It'll go Mountain Line way. So good defense in this first half for UCCS. That focus and that intensity needs to carry over to the second half.
Oh, I agree. There have been a few lucky instances on the defensive end for the Mountain Lions, with MSU not really making all of the easy layups or shots that they've, or rebounds for the second chance shots that they've had. So I think that I'd like to see them kind of clean it up on that end.
Yep. Always room to improve, right?
Absolutely.
Desiree Pearson, she'll inbound. Actually, it's a foul. That goes on number 12. That's Richardson of Metro State. Abby Fikert will inbound. Checking in for Metro State, number 22, Mariah Schroeder. Mariah Schrader. Desiree Pearson. Knocked away by Wellington. She's all over the floor.
Everywhere.
Athletic, tall, long arms, quick. When you're trying to score on someone like that, it makes it tough.
Really, really hard. Yeah, she's not giving up anything easy on the defensive end, and she's just a force to be reckoned with on the offensive end.
Mountain Lions have so far done a pretty effective job of trying to play their brand of basketball. Ellie Moore, nope.
Good recovery.
Oh, and Fikert, nope. It'll come back. Boy, it was a little bit of seesaw there between both teams. They're, on the defensive side, both have that hungry attitude of wanting to create steals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now, the Roadrunners have had 13 points off of the fast breaks, whereas the Mountain Lions have only had 3. And I think that really is a testament to the speed and athleticism of the Roadrunners. They're able to get transition quickly back on the defensive end.
Yep. So the officials, they're having a conversation on the other side of the floor. Not sure, maybe we can get a replay possibly of what they're talking about. 2:24 left in the first half. You look at the RMAC again right now, in case you're just joining us. Again, 16 teams in this conference. So one of the officials coming up talking to Lynn Plett, the head coach for UCCS, and explaining the situation. Colorado Mesa, after last night, they're still unbeaten in Conference Holly. They're 12-0, 16-2 overall. And right behind them is Westminster and Western at 10-2. And then Metro State again right in the middle of the pack. UCCS in the bottom third. But if you're UCCS, you got to take it one game at a time and hope the people that are above you are going to start having bad nights, right?
Right.
Losses, those add up. Your wins add up, and if the math ends at the end of the season, you never know.
Right, absolutely, I agree. And another silver lining, I guess you would say, to being at the bottom of the pack is that teams are going to underestimate them.
Yes. And you don't have anything to lose. And the thing is that if you're the Mountain Lions, you don't try to eat everything in one bite.
Right.
One night at a time, pull out a win, and then you kind of check that nighter in the morning, find out so-and-so lost and so-and-so lost. Hey, we just moved up a couple spots.
Right.
Then there's hope.
It's all gradual baby steps.
Yes. Absolutely crawl, walk, run, right?
Wellington again at the line, shooting 100% for the night, but not anymore.
Fikert brings it down the floor for UCCS. They have a 1-point lead. They need, from a mental, emotional standpoint, they need the lead at half. But that whistle's going to go against the Mountain Lions, come back the other way.
Moore fought really hard to get open underneath, and she just wasn't getting the looks from her other teammates to get there. That can always be frustrating as a post player, knowing how open you are, but not everyone is looking at you in the right time.
And how hard you work to get open.
Absolutely, right? Yeah.
Wellington, the travel. I mean, you look at her height, too. She's quick off the dribble.
She is.
She just splits second.
She is. She's a very, very strong player for MSU Denver right now.
Bernard drives inside for UCCS.
Good screen by Moore.
Fikert was going to pull the trigger, waits, takes the pull-up jumper, in, out, that had a chance. Rebound. Schrader's going to come down with it. Under a minute and a half to play first half. 1-point ball game. Eyeball to eyeball. Both teams long three off the rim. Rebound, Ellie Moore. Katie Hovass, the freshman, she'll bring it down to Fikert. Fikert sets up for three. Off the rim, Wellington with the board. Galloway will bring it down.
Mountain Lions working really hard to get into that fast-paced flow of the game.
Madison Lord will check in, number 34 for UCCS, and Richardson will check in for Metro State momentarily. 53 seconds, shot up, rebound Bernard. Good body positioning by Bernard. Steal by Lucero.
What a move.
And the shot. Great steal and great bucket by the freshman Lucero for MSU.
She has been a stealthy player tonight for the MSU Denver.
With the height, deceptively quick, right?
Yes, absolutely. And able to shoot behind the arc.
Yep. So they'll slow it down. 24 seconds and counting. MSU leads by 1. Yep. The whistle will go against Metro. That's Gabby Lucero. So Pearson will check in for Talene, and Lord will check in for the freshman Ellie Moore. And Ellie Moore is one of those, she is a quiet force.
She is.
She's a quiet force on the floor. Not real vocal, but her eyes are constantly looking at what's going on. She's hearing everything that's going on.
She's
and
aware.
Reacting.
She's so aware of the court when she's underneath, and she works really hard offensively and defensively, and doesn't give up on the ball easily after a fast break, a shot, really anything. 5 seconds on the shot. Hovass with the 3.
And we are 1/2 in the books at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. And right now, Metro State, they lead UCCS 26-25. George Holden along with Holly Stevenson. And Holly, we've seen 1/2. At the end of the first quarter, Mountain Lions led by just 5, 18-13. And then now at halftime, we're looking at a 1-point change in the lead, Metro State over UCCS 26-25, which brings us to where we are right now. When you look at it, how do you see UCCS gearing up for the second half? If you're in that locker room, what do you tell them?
Keep hustling hard. That's the main thing that we've been doing really, really well offensively and defensively. We're moving the ball around a lot better. But like I mentioned before earlier, rebounding. We need to do a little bit better rebounding, especially on the defensive end. We're not doing as good of a job as we could be to get the defensive rebounds to prevent the second chance shots that MSU Denver has scored off of, and that's what it's gonna come down to in the end. So I would just say work on your rebounding, put your butt on a body, and box out.
Would you say in the game right now we're looking at UCCS, and again the bottom 3 teams in the RMAC, they can't be focused on that right now. It's got to be focused on who's in front of them.
Absolutely.
Right, and they're a point down to a team that's in 8th place right now, in the middle of the pack, and they're right where they need to be in order to find a way to win. Would you look at UCCS and go and say they want to go up tempo, they want to go run and gun up and down the floor, get some of those quick baskets? It's a challenge with MSU because they're playing pretty good defense.
Yeah.
But it looks like for UCCS, there's opportunity, but they've got to really kind of capitalize on it.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. They're letting a lot of fast breaks kind of get away from them with forced quick shots. And so I think if they can focus on that on the offensive end as well, that's a great point. Yeah.
Yep. And we've got some young players for UCCS. We've got Katie Hovass, Desiree Pearson, Baker, 00. I mean, these are, if you look at them, they're young players. They're down by a point to a pretty scrappy bunch. MSU's a good basketball team, and they're hanging tough. So it's a matter of how many minutes that they're getting. The more minutes, the more time playing together as units. And also, Lynn Platt is doing a good job of it looks like when he's subbing at the right time and trying to keep it close. He doesn't want this to turn into them getting down by 9, 11, 13 points. Like, it'll change the game plan.
Absolutely.
And it seems like they're right where they need to be, but it's a matter of them sticking with the game plan, like you said, playing defense, better job of getting boards. And I know we say it a million times, but when they go to the line, they got to make it count.
Yeah, absolutely. Those small things, again, the fundamentals that we always come back to are going to make the biggest difference for this game.
Yep, and you look at the loss last night, UCCS, another tough one. by 4, 78-74, a winnable game with Chadron State. They've got an opportunity right now down by 1 at half to kind of make up for that and go 1-1 on the weekend, because this time of the season, late January, getting into February, Holly, things don't get easier, things get harder, right?
Yep, absolutely. But like we've said before, one game at a time. Focus on tonight before you worry about next week.
Yep, so this is the second night of a doubleheader here at Gallogly Event Center. The men's game will be after the women's game again at 7:30. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden. It's halftime. Got about 12 minutes. So do what you've got to do. Take a quick break. Make sure to come back. You're watching and listening to NCAA Division II Hoops in Colorado Springs and the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. We'll be back in just a little bit.
The mountain lion is one of the strongest members of the feline family. The average mountain lion lives 5 times a day and consumes up to 3 times its weight in protein. It shares many characteristics with its domestic counterparts, the good and the bad. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion. Majestic mountain lion, the perfect combination of size and deadly agility. This big cat is capable of speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour when properly motivated. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
think one of the things that I was really surprised by at UCCS was that even though there are 11,000 students here, it feels like a small campus. So get to know the faculty really well.
You always get that one-on-one connection to your professor, you get to know your classmates, and it's just a really good learning environment.
The campus is amazing. Just getting to walk from building to building and see the view is really spectacular.
There's tons of support for students on campus. It comes from Excel centers and tutoring labs that they have.
There's always a lot of stuff to do on campus for active students like myself. I'm in a sorority on campus and I love all the friends I've made there.
What I like most about UCCS is that we have a real desire to grow and stretch ourselves and our push to become something greater.
When I was growing up, I always loved going outdoors, whether it was for biking, camping, skiing. And when I started looking for colleges, I naturally gravitated towards UCCS because it's in an area where all of those activities are still very easily accessible. A lot of my classes this semester are held in Dwyer Hall, and I really enjoy studying in there because the way the building is built, it allows a lot of natural lighting to flow in, which makes studying a lot easier. Another thing I really love about this campus is that I can go pretty much anywhere and get an awesome view. I never feel like I'm too far from an adventure. Even within 30 minutes of campus, you've got places like Red Rocks where you can go out and take a mountain bike. You can go out there for hours and never come across the same trail twice. After looking at other colleges near mountains all across the country, I'm really glad I decided to go to UCCS because I realized how good I have it here.
Welcome back, everybody. Getting set for second half action here in Colorado Springs. George Holden with Holly Stevenson, and right now the Mountain Lions only down by 1. Holly, we talked about it right before the break. Better defense. You got to rebound, take opportunities when you see them. The Mountain Lions defensively look like both teams. They were going after steals, that kind of thing, trying to make that a point in the second half. And you look at how they lost last night, where there was two key plays at the end where they end up losing that game. They need to turn that around and get those kind of plays on their end, right?
Right, absolutely, yeah. I think we've seen throughout the year them make the type of adjustments that they need to for the second half, so I would expect nothing else of this game here.
Yep. So here we go. We're getting set. A 1-point game. Mountain Lions down. But this has been a evenly fought contest, kind of like last night's game. They were right in it.
A very exciting game, both of these games right now.
But if the Mountain Lions, you got to find a way to finish tonight and go 1-on-1 on the weekend. Metro State pulls up.
And a turn and shoot.
Rebound, Gabler. Up to Desiree Pearson.
What a take.
Good take to the bucket, but a little too much on that. Here comes Metro State, the pull-up jumper, in, out. Ellie Moore there. All the way up to Bernard. Underneath to Gabler.
What a good look. Smart play by Gabler to kick it out and make sure that the Mountain Lions can run a play rather than just taking an errant shot.
Like you said, great defense by Metro. Good shot.
What a good shot.
Gabler with the spin-around jumper. Mountain Lions regain the lead.
It's key plays like that and key decisions like that that are going to really help the Mountain Lions pull out with the win tonight.
And that's Galloway with the ball. She's the one that gets it all going up top. Going back to work. Inside, Ellie Moore is impressive on defense going up against someone like Bree Wellington.
Yeah, she's unstoppable underneath. Like we were talking about before, she just does a really good job at seeing the whole court and anticipating a lot of things. Again, not making any pass to Wellington easy.
No. Wellington drives.
And a good help by Des to get that block.
Wow. Ellie Moore continues to impress. And Lynn Plett hit the jackpot with this freshman bunch.
Oh, absolutely. They definitely did a solid job recruiting these freshmen.
Gabler.
Another spin move.
Fikert. She had a couple big shots early in the game. Oh.
And Des there for the rebound.
Back out to Gabler.
Way to stick with that.
Abby Fikert in, out. The officials they're talking it over.
Oh, it's a delayed call.
Yeah.
If they're calling a jump ball, there, that's interesting that they wouldn't just let that play out if they're going to call it 5 seconds after it happened.
So Katie Hovass back in for UCCS, number 15. She'll inbound the ball. The Lewis Palmer product. Officials will stand near the free throw line and
discuss it.
We'll see. So Hovass will inbound. Not easy getting this inbound.
I was going to say, solid defense.
That had a good look for it.
Silly foul on Moore.
Ellie Moore called for the foul.
That's going to be her third foul.
And we've got 8:08 left, Holly, in the third and all the fourth quarter. So that's something that's they're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Right. Got to play a little bit more conservative as well as still keeping the aggression in there. And Wellington wide open.
And the putback was there, but it was a little too much. Fikert gets it down to Gabler.
Mountain Lions getting some really lucky shots. 3-point by Fikert. Wellington all over the place for the boards.
Cross, Fikert tried to knife in there and get the steal. Shot there. Just a knack. So the lead changes again.
Bernard for a three.
Got it! Kaylee Bernard, stop, pop, let it drop. And it's a 2-point lead for the Mountain Lions.
Oh, it
what a look
snuck underneath there.
And gets it. Galloway finds her target, Morgan Lewis. She gets the easy lay-in off the glass.
That's when the Mountain Lions really have to make sure that they're seeing both of their player and the ball at the same time to make sure plays like that don't happen so easily for the Roadrunners.
Ellie Moore. They'll call the foul on Metro State. Good job by Moore. It's going to be on Galloway. Madison Lord will check back in, number 34, and number 44, Tatum Talene for UCCS. 22 and 12 check in for the Roadrunners. That's Richardson and Schrader. We're tied at 30. Under 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Nice save, but it goes back for Metro State.
Metro State not making it easy for the Mountain Lions to inbound the ball at all. They're playing just rock-solid defense.
Long three. Got it!
Wow.
Leah Harvey hits from outside. 6'1" senior. Wow.
Got to make sure you're covering your man.
Madison Lord trying to get the... Couldn't quite get the angle to get in there. 6:33.
Mountain Lions need to, I feel take a breath on the offensive end and make sure they're not just throwing up any shot that they want, but they're taking good quality shots.
Yep. And make sure you've got black and gold jerseys underneath.
Absolutely, I would agree with that.
Richardson all the way back out to Galloway.
Good ball movement on the offensive end.
Shot. Richardson gets the rebound. Great rebound, and the putback by Schrader. Richardson, she's a force underneath. She's giving her team second and third opportunities at shots.
Like no one's business, and she's great at finding her man. She's not just tossing the ball around. Good take by Talene to go at the line.
The foul's going to go on Richardson. Checking back in is going to be Bree Wellington. She'll check in for Richardson.
Talene right now shooting 66% for the night, going 2 for 3. I think this is her third time at the line.
Mountain Lions down by 5. But they can keep pace with free throws. She's been a pretty good free throw shooter in her time here.
Absolutely. Right now she's, let's see, shooting about 84% from the line, so that's pretty good.
Gets them both. Acts like she's been there before.
And the Mountain Lions have significantly improved on their free throw opportunities tonight, shooting just over 50% from the line.
Wellington with the take. And she takes the ball and drives to the basket. She's on a mission.
She is, and she's using all of her force and all of her body to get to the line, because she's either going to get those 2 points or she's going to get at the free throw line. And like we've seen tonight, she's only missed 1 shot at the line so far tonight.
Wow. Look at that. It's the first one.
And really, she's just one of 2 players from Denver to get free throw opportunities.
Here comes Katie Hovass to Talene. To Bernard. Hovass back up top. Fikert tried to get it underneath, and it's stolen by Schrader.
Second too late there.
Got to throw the right pass on the right play.
And
shot.
again,
Oh my God!
She's already proven she can take that shot.
That's Harvey with 2 threes tonight.
Need to get a hand in her face.
In the third quarter.
Right. That's a big that can shoot from behind the arc. That's dangerous territory.
Galloway. Good feed inside. Wellington, that's going to go on MSU.
Great take by Talene.
Wow.
Good, solid defense.
For second personal, third team.
Sometimes you know, when you've got somebody that's making plays and scoring, you just got to get in their way, right?
Absolutely. Yep. And make sure that you're playing smart defense against them.
Yep. Get after it. 4:44 left in the third quarter. Right now, Metro State taking a bit of an edge. They lead 40-32 over your Mountain Lion. She's Holly Stevens. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a quick. Welcome back to Gallogly Event Center in Colorado Springs. NCAA Division II hoops. Hope you're having fun. Game should be close, and this one is. Both teams ultra competitive. There's going to be a foul, and it's going to get called on number 11, Galloway.
Both of these teams are just playing very hard defense, very stifling defense, and it's really hard for the Mountain Lions to get off any shot opportunities that they would like to take. Very hard to create the plays that they want.
Yep. Katie Hovass. She'll get it to Talene. Will shoot for three. Got it!
There it is!
Tatum Talene, number 44, knocks it down. And they needed that. Schrader. Sometimes one big shot can change the tone quickly. Let's see if it works. Galloway, nothing there. Schrader's already hit 2 threes. That one's way off. So good defense by the Mountain Lions.
Good defense, but good play by the Denver Roadrunners to do that quick penetration in and get the shot opportunity, the clear shot from behind the arc.
Katie Hovass hands off to Kaylee Bernard. McKenna Baker.
McKenna, what a good drive. What a smart play.
McKenna Baker steps inside, catches a little bit of air, uses the glass, and gets the shot.
And that would be Baker's first points for the game.
Yep. So the freshman heavily involved for the Mountain Lions, as always.
Oh, Talene didn't quite get there fast enough that time. Looking for another charge on Wellington.
34,
Madison Lord gets the call. Ellie Moore checks in, number 14 for Lord.
checking in for the Mountain Lions, number 14.
Moore again having 3 personal fouls on herself. She's going to have to play carefully.
Yes. Smart and aggressive. McKenna Baker, speaking
What a
of aggressive,
snag.
she comes up with it and makes the push down the floor.
And she's going all the way.
And got denied.
What a block by 22 there.
That was Schrader. Hovass inbound to Talene.
Much better movement away from the ball on offense right now by UCCS. But again, Roadrunners doing a solid job at not letting anything inside of the paint.
They are stingy, aren't they?
They are. It's hard for the Mountain Lions to get into their inside-outside game plan.
McKenna Baker. She's out of Idaho, Pocatello. Loses it. It goes off her leg, and it goes MSU way. It's tough when those things happen, right?
Yep. Just a small ball control error.
So here comes MSU down the other way. Galloway. Nice pass inside. Underneath.
Got to rotate on defense.
And that's Schrader, and she'll go to the line.
Right now the Mountain Lions need to keep their feet moving on the defensive end. They're getting flat feet, and that's what's preventing them from rotating efficiently on the defensive end. And this is Schrader's first attempt at the free throw line.
Got it. She's a junior out of Caledonia, Minnesota. 5'7" guard.
And she herself is an 85% free throw shooter, so she's dangerous at the line as well.
41-37, Mountain Lions down and with the ball. Kaylee Bernard to Hovas.
What a take.
And she forces the issue, FTI, and she'll get a chance to go to the strike. I keep trying to imagine to myself, and I was talking to Coach Lynn Plett last night at halftime of the men's game. We were sitting there chatting, and I'm thinking to myself, can you imagine what this freshman class is going to look like? They all stay together by their senior year.
Unstoppable. This program will be ridiculous to watch in their third and fourth year.
Because there's so much time now,
Great.
You're on the bench and you don't get to.
Good hustle by Hovas to try to get her rebound.
Baker and Hovas were all over it. And they're playing that press defense. They want to make things happen. And that was Wellington. She'll go to the line. Once she decides to make that move and
she's gone.
Attack the rack, you're in a bad spot.
Yep, yeah, you're gone unless you're anticipating where she's going already. You're going to get that foul called on you.
She's out of Fresno, California. Hits it, 1 of 2. Under 2.5 to play, third quarter. Hovas to Talene. Long,
wide open three.
Way off. Wellington will come down with it.
A little too much on that one.
And McKenna Baker tried to slip inside and knock that thing out with her shoulder. She'll get called for the foul.
Jaden Galloway now on the line, shooting 2.
Galloway, number 11. She's out of Aurora, Colorado, went to Grandview High School. First one rings off the back. .213 on the clock.
Galloway only shooting 60% for the free throw line for the season, so not a terrible threat at the free throw line, but still every point is going to count in this game.
And I couldn't agree with you more. You got to get them. When that opportunity's there, you got to make it count.
What a good
Baker,
screen set.
Great defense, smothering by Metro.
Yeah, light recovery.
Shot clock, back to Baker. 11, she tries to drive inside. It stays, goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with UCCS. And checking out will be number 32 Harvey and 21 Wellington for Metro.
Again,
looking for help under the hoop, looks for the cutter.
Just hard for the Mountain Lions to inbound against the Roadrunners.
Now call number 24, Morgan Lewis.
Constant movement on defense by MSU.
Yeah, doing a great job at communicating, anticipating passes, hedging screens, and helping. They're just doing an awesome job all around on the defensive end.
Well, that's one thing about a team that's scrappy and hangs around like UCCS. First free throws hit theirs, finding different ways to win, right, Holly?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to win the same way all the time.
Right, absolutely.
It just is.
Especially when two teams are so evenly matched as we've seen tonight.
Ellie Moore, the freshman, comes through again. Hits them both. It's a 3-point ball game. Roadrunners lead the Mountain Lions. .140 and counting, third quarter. Nice pass underneath again.
Much better rotation.
Gets the bucket.
Not a whole lot you can do with that.
No.
That was just good defense. She just had a great shot.
Galloway is a great passer. Long three off.
And McKenna working hard.
Comes up with it.
Working hard to get that rebound. Again, what we talked about before the half, I'd like to see more gold jerseys underneath the boards if we're going to take outside shots like that.
Yep, I would agree with you. Help is needed.
Don't assume every shot's going in. Always follow your shot and have at least 2 people helping you out.
Baker tried to step in front of that one.
Oh, what a good pass.
Oh, and she misses it. That was a gimme.
With all of the easy shots that MSU Denver has been missing, Mount Lions have been really lucky that this isn't a double-digit lead by the Roadrunners. Another 3-second call on Moore.
Yep, so it'll go back Roadrunner way. It's a 5-point game, 54.3 ticks on the clock. Third period clock continues to roll. Galloway. She's done a fantastic job of spreading the wealth tonight for her and her teammates.
She has. She's seen the floor so well, and it's just been a strong force offensively and defensively to make sure that her team wins tonight. And
what a feed and
great
way to
feed.
box out inside, and Richardson gets the bucket.
Solid work underneath the basket by 12.
Knocked away, stolen by Galloway. Here comes the Roadrunners. So they're pouring it on the end of the third quarter here. We're going to be content to kind of milk this. 11 seconds, third quarter. Metro State just working the ball around surgically, waiting for that shot. Richardson up and got it! And she'll get a chance at the 3-point play. Wow. She worked that, knew exactly what she wanted to do.
Absolutely. MSU Denver is a hard team inside that paint.
Very much so. And, 4.3 ticks, they're trying to go up by 10 at the end of the third. And she'll get the roll. Mountain Lions will get the last shot of the third quarter. Baker, 1 second. Shot up
She
and
got it
up! Oh, McKenna Baker gets it. And we are 3 down with 1 to go right now. Metro State with the lead by 8, but UCCS draws last blood in the third quarter, but will it be enough? Which sets the stage for the fourth quarter at Gallogly Event Center. She's Holly Stevenson, George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. It's the RMAC NCAA Division II right here in Colorado Springs. Come right back. We'll give you all the fourth quarter action right here. So here we go. Glad you're with us. Last quarter of a pretty intense game here tonight. First game of a doubleheader. Metro State leads by 8, but the Mountain Lions have hung tough. They've had the lead several times, and it's just kind of switched back and forth. Metro State with a pull-up shot. Got it!
What a clutch shot right there by 4.
Justinak hits it. Mountain Lions have to be careful here to work for the good shot and not panic.
Great. Yeah, they really got to make something happen on offense. They're starting to get a little stagnant, not sure what to do on the offensive end.
Another turnover.
The turnovers are going to kill us tonight.
Justinak underneath catches the pass from Galloway.
Good composure underneath there.
And Wellington's not in right now, and you'd think the Mountain Lions have to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
10-point game. Shot clock stuck right now at 17. The officials are going to use their time. Abby Fikert will check in for UCCS. She'll check in, I believe, for McKenna Baker.
And
checking in for the
while we have the opportunity, just to point out how close these teams are right now for the game. MSU Denver shooting 38.6%, UCCS 37.5%, 3-point percentage, Denver 23.1%, UCCS 38.5%, and then free throws 61.9% for the Roadrunners, and then 70% for the Mountain Lions. So neck and neck, really. And then the Denver Roadrunners have had nearly twice as many free throw opportunities as the Mountain Lions, and I think that's what's really been able to put them over the edge. Because even though the Roadrunners have gotten a lot of second chance opportunities, they haven't been able to capitalize on a lot of that because they've been overshooting quite a bit, and so the Mountain Lions have gotten really lucky on that aspect. It's really been saving them from not boxing out.
Yep, well said, Holly. And then you look at what Coach Lynn Platt said last night about we need to shoot better at free throws. Right now, they're doing a better job, like you said, at the line, percentage-wise. The opportunities, though, getting through this quarter, they're going to need more.
Right, they're going to need to be more aggressive driving towards the basket to get those foul opportunities called on them so that they can get at the line, and then making sure that they're going to finish and follow through with that.
Yep, goes back to that proactive, reactive thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, MSU Denver has 24 points just from forced turnovers by UCCS, and so that's been what's really killing us, is just being a little stagnant and sloppy on the offensive end.
Yep. And if you look at the schedule while the officials are kind of talking it over and looking over the replay as well here, some of the wins that Metro State's had this year, Holly, they've had some close wins. They won November 30th, 69-67 by 2. They December 6th with Regis, 79-74. Then December 7th, 58-54. They're winning in the close games. This team fares well.
Right, absolutely. They stay, as we can see, they've stayed very calm and composed and have been able to play their type of basketball throughout the entire game. They're very patient on the offensive end and will only take shot opportunities pretty much from inside of the paint unless it's a wide open three.
Yep, disciplined bunch. Long three.
Whoa!
You're kidding me. Just an act.
Ridiculous.
With a three at the buzzer. That one hurt. 55-42. Denard. Mountain Lions poise and control.
Tulane wide open.
Tulane off the rim.
And Biker struggling to get that rebound. Oh, sorry, Hovass.
And this is a point in the game, Holly, 8:41, plenty of time left for the Mountain Lions. Cannot be concerned about trying to force things, letting things come to them and taking advantage of what MSU leaves open for them.
Right, absolutely. Smart shots, playing smart defense and smart offense.
We talked about that before. Sometimes when you want to win, you got to be something that you're not. You got to go to plan A, plan B, whatever. And another three.
Wide open three.
2 in a row for Metro State, and they're blowing it open. Maddie Gabler's going to check in.
UCCS is going to have to recover a lot more quickly on those screens if they're going to prevent those shots from being that open.
Yep. Tulane.
Not quite
and
there.
Another steal.
What defense?
Richardson gets it. Metro State. She'll be content to get it back to Galloway.
Again, not a group that's in any sort of rush.
No. 17 on the shot clock.
Good help.
Galloway back up top. It'll stay with Metro State. Maddie Gabler checks in, number 21, and number 21 for Metro. Wellington back in the game. She checks in for Richardson. 7:42 left in this game. Plenty of time for the Mountain Lions.
Yes.
But it's about playing smart basketball at both ends of the floor.
Absolutely. Got to be a little bit more intentful.
Yep. Knocked away by Ellie Moore. Good defense.
What a good steal.
And that's a start. Abby Fikert. Let's see if they can go on a run. Ellie Moore, nope. Inside, Gabler goes off Gabler's hands. Just too much on that. Galloway.
I would say it wasn't even as open as I think Ellie Moore thought it was.
And turnovers are going to be big down this stretch of the game.
I agree with that.
Wellington.
Back in the game. What a solid screen.
Galloway. Great fluid movement.
Again. Unstoppable.
Wellington drives inside and back to work.
Wellington now with 16 points for her team. And no one underneath to even get that basket. No one even thinking about rebounding.
60-42 Roadrunners. 6:43 and counting. Metro State's been on a scoring run the last couple of minutes.
You know, the Roadrunners have done a really solid job screening and then coming off of the screens, making sure they're going shoulder to shoulder to their man to get that, to prevent the Mountain Lions from fighting through it.
Yep. Ball got knocked off the foot. One of the players, Leah Harvey, checks in. She checks in for Schrader. Fikert sets up.
There we
Got
go.
it.
Good shot.
Abby Fikert just set her feet, set her shoulders, and put it up.
Just kind of go into autopilot. That's what the Mountain Lions need to do right now. Great
Long
ball rotation.
Wow.
Ridiculous. That's her third 3 in a row.
Justinak, another one.
And shooting 100% from behind the line right now.
Kaylee Bernard, that had a chance, but it rings in and out. Under 6 minutes to play in this game. You can see Metro State start to slow things up a little bit.
Yep. Wasting a little bit more time on that clock. It's really going to kill the Mountain Lions right now. They need to force these turnovers.
Bernard going after.
Great hustle after
play,
Bernard.
Ball's free. And it'll go Metro State. Great defensive effort by Kaylee Bernard.
Yep. Agreed.
And right now the Mountain Lions feel like they've got to find a way to stop the bleeding, regroup, and go on the attack again.
Right, absolutely. They really need to make something happen on these opportunities and force those while they're forcing the turnovers.
Fikert to Bernard. Got to work for a good shot here. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Ellie Moore.
What a drive.
To the hoop. Oh! Great timing for that, for Ellie Moore to do that.
Right, absolutely. And that's what we need to see more from the Mountain Lions, is taking it to the hoop and forcing those fouls to get at the free throw line.
And again, this Ellie Moore, that's a freshman going up against Wellington, a solid senior there.
This is going to be her third time at the line. Right now she's 2 for 3.
Got it.
Easy.
Continues to impress. 5:12 on the clock. Gets them both on automatic at the line. Back to work on defense. BTW for the Mountain Lions. They got to start circling and slow the Roadrunners down.
Absolutely. Bernard playing solid defense.
Good hustle by the Mountain Lions.
Wellington with the ball again. Good D by Ellie Moore, preventing that shot from going in.
They got to capitalize with points. Fikert
for the 3.
In, out, it was there. And the rebound ripped down by Morgan Lewis. Again, they need help under the bucket.
They do. They really need to be able to rebound and either put it back up or pass it out for another play.
Under 4.5 to play. Clock continues to roll. Madison Lord will check back in. Metro back up top. Justinak, another 3 off the rim, short, right in the hands of the waiting Maddie Gabler. Up to Bernard.
What a good pass. What a
Ellie
good
Moore
play.
Had it.
Got to make those.
Got knocked away. Good defense by MSU.
Yeah.
But those opportunities are the ones you got to cash them in.
Yes, absolutely.
Galloway. Oh. Hovas almost knocked it out there. 8 on the shot clock. Good defense.
Good body control.
Wellington, the senior.
That's going to be Ellie's 4th foul for the night.
Correct.
First team foul.
Her 4th foul, so that's a big foul right there with 3:49 is a long time to play in basketball. 63-46 right now. Metro State with the lead and in control. Mountain Lions would like to change that. They'll try to regroup, lick their wounds, and go back to work. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. Stay with us. This one's heating up in Colorado Springs NCAA Division II hoops. Back to the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. At the free throw line, Metro State, they've got the lead. Bree Wellington. In the last few minutes, it's been a flurry from the Roadrunners of hitting some big threes, right, Holly?
Yeah, absolutely. They came out of nowhere. They're not typically an outside shooting team, but they've done a great job at creating open opportunities behind the line, and they'll take those wide open shots.
Yep. Here comes Katie Hovas as she looks up at the scoreboard, brings it down. Mountain Lions getting back to business. Foul called on Metro State.
Foul called on number 21.
Again, the right idea from the Mountain Lions, taking those drives to the basket.
Wellington's called for her foul. She'll check out.
Number 12, Jayla Richardson.
Mountain Lions got to get some shots to fall here. All the way up to Gabler. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 20 seconds.
Good take.
And Gabler, she'll draw the foul.
Way to draw that foul.
Leah Harvey, her fourth personal foul, third team.
Maddie Gabler out of Longmont, Colorado. 5'9", senior guard. One of just a few seniors. Chelsea Pearson, Maddie Gabler, Kaylee Bernard. This is a young team, but a deep team, right?
Yeah, they've got a very deep bench to play with fresh legs, and a lot of the freshmen getting valuable experience time and good mentorship from the seniors.
Rebound snatched out of the air by Harvey. Galloway with the ball, under 3.5 to play. So time starting to become a factor for the Mountain Lions. They got to start forcing some things. Knocked away. Rebound.
Good snag by Bernard.
Kaylee Bernard. Here she comes. They want to run. Back to Bernard. They'll slow it up.
Good, smart plays. It's what the Mountain Lions need right now.
McKenna Baker loses control. She had the lane. The problem is that the lane was open for a split second, then it closed.
One of the rare occasions that you'll see her miss that opening.
Right. Well, that's the inbound. Talene will check back in. Madison Lord way too much on that.
Lord is having kind of an off night for herself. Those shots underneath the basket are typically money shots for her.
Yep. Under 2:50 to play. Galloway. Metro State just going to work that shot clock.
Again, super patient. They don't rush anything. They create good opportunities. Good on Hovas for being there with the help defense.
And that's going to be a jump ball. Talene checks in.
For the Mountain Lions, number 44.
She'll come in for Gabler.
And Bernard has been a huge help on the defensive end with forcing turnovers, covering her man, being on help. She's all over the place. Been a huge help.
Hovas to Talene. Under 2.5 to play. Clock just keeps rolling. Stays with the Mountain Lions.
On the offensive end, the Mountain Lions really need to clean up the plays that they've been doing. Their passing, it's starting to look just a little too sloppy, a little too careless.
Pass inside, off the foot of Justinak. Boy, she hit some big-time threes in this game.
Big threes.
And she went on a streak.
Yeah.
It just firing shot after shot and hitting them.
Well, she's shooting 100% behind the, 2 for 3 behind the three-point line, so 66%.
Back up top to Talene.
So just some clutch plays by the Roadrunners.
Yep, and have they played salty defense or what?
Oh, unstoppable. It's ridiculous.
Talene
Another big three by Talene.
They're down by 15. Under 2, and it rolls.
That's going to be her second three for the night.
Galloway. They're going to work up. Nice pass inside.
Good move.
Puts it up. Harvey.
Can't do anything about that.
Nope.
She's just a strong player underneath.
When she makes that move to go, she knows where she's going, and it's going in.
Yeah.
Talene, it's going to be off the foot of Richardson.
Denver has done a really good job at reading passes by the Mountain Lions, and so I feel the Mountain Lions need to move the ball a little bit faster, start doing the rotations that we saw them do earlier tonight to create better opportunities for themselves.
So McKenna Baker will inbound. I feel like this thing in the fourth, the beginning of the fourth, really started to get away from the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Kovass.
What a pass! What a good look!
Bounced off the rim a few times, but
still getting the foul call. That's what Mountain Lions need right now.
What a great look.
Yeah.
And hits the pass. Madison Lord at the line. She's a returning sophomore. She's a forward, 6'3" out of Vancouver, Washington. So you gotta play to the buzzer.
Yep, every second counts in a game like this. There you go.
Checking in, number 23, Alex Walker. I think that's her first time in tonight. Freshman, 5'7", out of Richfield, Minnesota. And here comes that swarming defense by the Mountain Lions.
And what a break that by the Roadrunners. And just smart plays instead of going in for an easy bucket there, because Mountain Lions weren't back on defense yet. Just holding the ball to run the clock out more. Really, really smart play. Roadrunners are definitely a well-coached team.
I would agree. Their defense has made it for the Mountain Lions really tough.
Incredibly difficult.
In those games, you're going to get some of those easy shots. You know that here and there. Give me here, give me there. Really hasn't been any much of that at all tonight.
Really not. They're a very disciplined team.
Mountain Lions had stuck with it. End of the third, early fourth is when things really. This is when the tide changed.
Yes.
Ooh, Madison Lord hits the hardwood. Foul.
Foul called on number 42.
And that's going to go on number 42, Toya, out of West Valley, Utah. Transfer from Salt Lake Community College. 54.9. Madison goes back to the line.
Lord getting another opportunity at the line. This will be her second time.
Hits the first one. Gets them both. So Madison Lord pretty good at the line. And
good
defense. Got here on defense.
Good control by Hovass, not just running into the player.
And they're just going to play.
Again, Bernard.
Good job. Bernard with some hustle.
Doing awesome.
And the bucket.
And the layup.
Timeout on the floor. 37 seconds left. Great steal and great bucket. A lot of heart shown there by Kaylee Bernard. 67-55. But again, you look at it, Holly, right? You look at this game. The end of the first, Mountain Lions lead, 18-13, 5 points. Halftime, they're down by 1, 26-25. End of the third, they're down 50-42. And we talked about it right around the very end of the third, and then those first several minutes of the fourth is when MSU went on those runs and started hitting. Their shots started to drop. They got some steals, several steals. That just turned the tide of the game, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. MSU really started to pick up on the defensive end, force a lot of turnovers, but then they were able to capitalize a lot on the turnovers that they were forcing. I mean, like we said, they have 29 points off of turnovers, 20 of them coming from the fast breaks that we've seen tonight. So just very solid defense by the Roadrunners. And a lot of it has to do just with, I think, just the stagnant play we've seen by the Mountain Lions. They're telegraphing their passes. We've seen many of them maybe not get stolen as they should have, but a lot of coming off of foots for bounce passes underneath. And it's just been, I feel like the Mountain Lions have made it almost a little too easy for the Roadrunners to kind of go away with the game right now.
Well said. Coach Holly Stevenson, we do the post-game chalk talk with her. 37 seconds, Metro State with the lead in command and the ball, and they're going to try to play keep away here. Pass goes out of bounds, but off of a Mountain Lion player. So Metro State retains possession. Game clock, just what, 4 or 5 seconds off of the shot clock, so they can wait for the foul here.
And good defense.
25 seconds exactly, the clock stops. And the foul goes on Kaylee Bernard. Her third. Metro State inbounds underneath.
Again, Roadrunners doing a solid job at coming off of those screens. Just been really hard for the Mountain Lions to fight through those.
And with what we've seen, Holly, Metro State, one of the bigger teams in the conference, but really athletic and physical all in one.
Yeah.
They're the total package.
Great, absolutely. But they're smart with their physicality. You know, we haven't seen a lot of really bad fouls on their part. And again, that goes back to their coaching. Just how well coached they are, how well disciplined they are, and listening to their coach.
Kaylee Bernard puts up for 3. Rebound
pull.
out by Madison Lord. 8 seconds on the clock. Katie Hovassar, that's short, off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Metro. And this one, folks, it's officially in the books. Valiant effort by UCCS against Metro State. They had the lead at the end of the first. They are down by 1 at halftime, down by 8 in the third, and then things changed first part of the fourth quarter, as we said. It brings us to the final 67-55. UCCS falls to Metro State. George Holden, along with Holly Stevenson. And Holly, we saw, you know, every game has its own feel, right? Every game tells its own story.
Right.
And you look at the beginning of the game, and the Mountain Lions, they came out firing. They were salty on defense. They had some shots, some of those shots hit early for them. And then throughout that second quarter, things became more evenly matched with both teams.
Right.
Yeah, but you had a lot of steals by Metro State. They were taking advantage of that. They did a better job rebounding.
They did, yeah.
And halftime, it's still a very tight ball game. Third quarter, they come out, and they start getting some runs here and there, putting some shots up. And you said it earlier, kept saying that the defense of MSU was so tough on the offense for UCCS. They weren't giving them any easy buckets, any easy looks. Most games you end up having some of that.
You're right.
There really wasn't any of that tonight. They had to fight for everything they got, and then they end up. MSU hits some big three-point shots, and it kind of makes the hole a little bit deeper for us. And before you knew it, the game started to the wheels come off, as they say. And you look at that inspiration versus actual desperation, and we were on the latter part of that in this game.
Right, absolutely, yeah. It really came down to what we talked about earlier before, is rebounding. But like we were saying at the end of the game, Denver is such a well-coached team. They were super disciplined, so there weren't unnecessary fouls. The Mountain Lions didn't get the same amount of opportunities at the free throw line the way the Roadrunners did, and that did a huge part for them to take the lead as well. It wasn't just rebounding and things like that. Like, yeah, that hurt us, but the opportunities at the free throw line and them being so good at the free throw line is really what helped with that deficit.
Yeah, I would say so. And the loss last night to Shadron, 78-74, that was a 4-point game. UCCS knows they gave that one away last night. They were hoping to come in here tonight playing, I think, a much more talented, better team than Metro, knowing that they could steal one out of here. It might give them a little steam going into the next few weeks of the season. And Lynn Plett, again, he said it, we need to shoot better from the free throw line. The problem is, yes, there's two tails to that. They did shoot better at the line, just not enough opportunities at the line tonight. So they got halfway there, right? Right,
absolutely. They were able to fix what they needed to be fixed. It's just MSU Denver is just another good hard team to play against.
I would agree. And you look at 16 teams in this RMAC conference, MSU dead center in the middle of it. They get another win in conference play here tonight, but from we've pretty much seen most of these teams, it looks like they can pretty much play with anybody in the RMAC. Once this team gets lit, they're going to be hard to stop. And MSU, if you look at the tournament, we're at the end of January, and we still have all of February. Teams start losing some games, they could be a factor in this conference down the stretch when it comes to postseason.
Huge factor, I would agree with that, yeah.
Yep. So she's Holly Stevenson, I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. As we said, first game of a doubleheader, we won't leave you hanging. Congratulations to MSU. UCCS, the Lady Mountain Lions, they fall in a hard-fought contest, But down the court now, both men's teams for UCCS and MSU warming up. About 19 minutes. We're going to give you the second half of our doubleheader here tonight in just a bit. So do what you got to do, but come back. We got some exciting basketball action in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference right here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. We'll be back in just a little bit.